Shalom, it's me, Better Zion.
And Adoniyah 720.
And guess what, Royal Family? Today we're coming to you with something new. And we're going to talk about
working in homelessness, the unspoken crisis.
The unspoken crisis, family.
Facts.
All right, now, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into this video. We're going to speak on two individuals, okay? A male and a female who are experiencing homelessness, but they are still making a way financially.
Let's get it.
Experiencing homelessness across the country is up, according to national reports, and it's tied to affordability. In a 16 WAPT special report, we introduce you to two people in Jackson who go to work but don't have stable housing. 16 WAPT's Ali Ware investigates the working homeless.
They go to work, they earn a paycheck, but where they call home can constantly change. James Knowles struggled over half his life with drug addiction. 3 years ago, during his recovery, he walked away from a home he shared with his sister.
So understood the pressure I was presenting to her, being a single mom, raising her son, trying to put him in school.
That is when he was introduced to his first homeless encampment.
1 day led to 2 days, led to 3 days, led to 4, and I put me a tent up.
Now, he likes the freedom his lifestyle provides.
Not that rush, fast-paced 9 to 5, be here at 8, get off 4:30, and the bills, and in my car, and may not have gas, and might have gas, utility bills getting cut off tomorrow, may get evicted next month. I'll have those worries at this moment.
Most days, he walks across the ditch to work at a retail store.
And when I'm not working, I'm volunteering.
Across town, Marquita Coleman's homelessness was never a choice. She was a resident at the troubled Blossom Apartments and was one of the first to withhold paying rent because answers were not being given to residents about the complex's water issues last year.
You know, I had just faced homelessness. It was never about, oh, I'm not gonna pay my rent. No, I wanna pay my rent, but I don't wanna pay my rent and then I don't have water.
She faced a judge over not paying rent and was evicted. The owner of the Blossom Apartments never reached a payment deal with Jackson Water and has since been shut down.
You see this?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, I do want to say something before you get on your precept, because I see you open up your Tanakh. You about to go. Guns
straight in.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't go straight in on this one.
Mr. 720. NY14. Royal Family. Okay, so the first gentleman, he was speaking about how he was staying with the sister, right? And she had mom. Yeah, had her own son. He felt as if he was imposing on her with his own set of issues, right?
Right.
So with that, shout out to the sister, first of all, for even allowing her brother to come in into her home and not like doing like some family members do. They just push them out and don't try to help.
Right.
Because this world is completely full of a lot of homeless people, unfortunately, who have family members who honestly don't try to help them. Right. And then on the other side, you do have family members who do try to help, right? But the homeless person, they push away the help. So in his instinct, that could be one of those situations where some people who are current day homeless, they get the help or offered the help. Silica, they push it away. It's probably because they're looking at it like that gentleman don't want to intrude or be a burden on another family member.
Because that's what it seemed like he was. He felt like he was a burden, you know what I'm saying, because she was a single mother. And she was trying to raise her child.
Yeah.
So he had up and go because he needed that freedom, needed something. So, and he had a job. That's what's so crazy. He got a job. So I let you know that the economy, the government, they ain't playing.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like,
so everybody getting caught up in this.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like with the whole current day issue, also is it's like you stay in states that. From what I think, okay, this is only my thought and I could be wrong, okay? You stay in states where it's like they almost gear towards homelessness if you cannot afford to pay the outlandish rent, okay? Or if you cannot afford to pay your utility services, because if your utility services get cut off, right? Even though you're working all these hours and things like that, you know the state is not going to let you stay in a house with no electricity. Right. They're going to consider that property to be what is it, vacant or abandoned or whatnot.
That's what they treat it as.
Right. So me personally, I think that each state needs to come up with like a safe haven for the homeless. Okay. Right. Whether it be like hotel rooms, whether it be these businesses that y'all are building around the economy, too many daggone gas stations are getting built. Too many restaurants are getting built. So why not build an advocacy center for the homeless with like 4 or 5 stories, multiple rooms where you can actually start housing the homeless, especially when you know they're working and they're trying.
That let you know the economy messed up. Their jobs ain't paying enough money.
Yeah.
First off. And you see, since, you know what I'm saying, Trump came in, everything been going up, inflation, everything, like, so, you know, people ain't gonna be able to afford things no more.
Bro, and do you know I read that the United States is actually in a $63 trillion debt, and they're using taxpayers' dollars to try to help cover that stuff. But also, if you look at your calendar, because what's today, the 13th? You look at your calendar, they put Generational Day, right? Yeah. And then tomorrow's pagan holiday, right? So it's like your calendars are showing every single where that they're implementing new holidays to get you to go inside those stores and spend money so they can take that money to cover that $63 trillion debt, okay, that they worked in on their own by having different presidents within these daggone seats who really half the time they don't even know what they're doing. Okay. But yes, so that's what I wanted to say. I'm sorry. You can go ahead.
Basically, what I'm going to say was, you know what I'm saying, both of these two individuals on this video got two unique situations. Mm-hmm. He walked away, you know what I'm saying, from somewhere because he trying to get people their privacy. Yeah. And plus his job ain't paying that much. And then you got a woman here, I think her name is Marquita, in this situation. She was trying to pay her rent. Yeah. All she wanted the people to fix it. But you know how these slumlords is, because I worked for an apartment complex that was slumlords. Mm-hmm. They want you to fix nothing, they want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? All they want with that money, you know what I'm saying? So basically, so yeah, I definitely got one. Okay. I'm coming from Deuteronomy chapter 15, family. So in this one right here, we're gonna go to verse 7. It states, if however there is a needy person among you, one of your kinsmen, and any of your settlements in the land that Yahweh is giving you, do not harden your heart and shut your hand against your needy, you know what I'm saying, kinsmen. Okay. So in these situations right here, these people was in extreme situations where they didn't have no helping hand. Right. She got caught. She was blessed, you know what I'm saying, to go into a program. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He made a tent, you know what I'm saying, but he still worked.
But I really want to say this. Okay. He's happy though. He said he was happy.
Yeah, he said he was happy. Being in the tent. Yeah, he said that. I seen a lot of people
worry about no bills, no nothing.
I seen a lot of people that, like I said, encounter when I actually go downtown, ride my scooter and everything, right? And I talk to them, you know what I'm saying, speak to them, and they be like the happiest people ever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They skateboard, and you know what I'm saying, he talking, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and that. Then he asked me for a donation and let me know he's homeless and everything. Mm-hmm. But what be so crazy about it, they be so extremely happy with the situation they got. Yeah. Because most people, you know what I'm saying, can't even endure those type of situations. Right. They end up with mental health problems, you know what I'm saying, thinking crazy, giving up on their faith, doing all kinds of stuff because they see the hardships of this. So we really like what the scriptures say. We don't supposed to turn our hand away, our heads when we see them, and nothing. We supposed to help them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're definitely supposed to.
And to get back into the scripture, it say, "Do not harden your heart and shut your hand against your needy kinsmen." You see what I'm saying? So don't shut that hand. You see what I'm saying? Even if it ain't much, you know what I'm saying? Break them off. You know what I'm saying? Because they really need it.
Now, hold on now, that break them off part. Okay, now.
But you gotta have discernment, make sure you know they ain't gonna go buy no drugs what you finna get in.
Of course. But what I was gonna say, right, is it does not always have to be monetary value. That
it could be food, it could be clothing, it could be anything.
Right, it could be that. Okay, family. I'm gonna get into a little what's it called? Experience. Okay. Yeah, little experience. I got 2 things I want to say. But this first thing I want to say is this. Okay, shout out to my Ema first. All right. Now, my Ema, she told me how a homeless gentleman had walked up to her, right, asking for some money. Okay. Now, my Ema does not believe what we believe. Okay. She has her own beliefs, right? But that does not stop the fact of what I'm about to tell you. Okay. So she offered to call one of the agencies for the homeless guy to help get him some help as far as like employment and housing. Okay. Now, from what she told me, that man didn't want no help. Okay. Because she said when she told him that she was going to call this number and stuff, like the Lord directed her to do. Okay. She looked up, that man went across the street and he got in his car and left. Okay. He left. He ain't want no help. So sometimes, family, we have to use, like Adoniyah 7:20 said, discernment. Okay. And now, always when you use the discernment, Adoniyah, some people are swindlers.
Yeah, I know.
They can get over you good.
I done seen them. Like I said, you gotta have discernment when you do it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
really deep down inside, you know what I'm saying, your heart, you'll know who really need it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you see a woman, 3 or 4 kids, 5 or 6 kids, you know what I'm saying? And they somewhere on a bus stop or the grocery store.
Yeah.
And she barely got money to get a few items to feed all these kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Break it off sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get help in one situation like that. I done seen it.
Yeah. Or you can ask her, you know, like, what is it that your children eat? Right. And you can go get those things for her, right? But don't always just necessarily stop there at the child, because I know some people, like me and Adoniyah, we have a soft spot when it comes to children, right? But you also have to remember that parent, whether it be a male or a female, they're still the overseers or the caregivers for that Yaladim. So whenever you're offering for the children, just make sure you also offer for the adult too, the parent, because they need to be able to still be out there to maintain what it is pertaining to that household. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to say before I can jump into mine?
I was trying to get them stats, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to show some stats on the homelessness, but I'll get into this next scripture. So verse 8 say, rather, you must open your hand, you know what I'm saying? Lend him sufficient for whatever he needs, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. You catch them in the line, catch them in the place where, you know, they need that help. People know in their heart when people really need help, you know what I'm saying? Instead of the scam and then coming in inbox stuff that be going on Facebook, you know. I don't get it them. I wouldn't get it them because they be scamming. Well, it's funny.
Because they do. You know they do. And I'll go say it like this. Shouldn't no grown person be up in nobody that go inbox talking about give me some money. I need help because I'm over here, here, and here. First of all, who told you to go over there? Because Yah didn't say he's sending nobody nowhere. Okay. Right. He ain't say that. So if you talking to Yah, which we know you ain't talking to Yah, because Yah ain't talking to no prophets right now. But if he did, don't you think we all would know that collectively that he sent you over there? So y'all really need to stop begging people for money, because it ain't cool on social media. Y'all just scammers.
But the eviction is on Marquita's record, keeping her from being able to lease another apartment.
In an apartment, you're only paying rent and lights and, you know, maybe Wi-Fi if you have it, and your cell phone bill. But living in a house is rent, internet, lights, gas, water.
She's in a house for now and has a job, but paying her bills each month with 4 kids who all have special medical needs is a struggle and doesn't always happen.
The room to be able to bring my children to do things, it's never there. When I'm at work, I'm having a great time, you know, even now already, because every minute I look at that clock, I know I'm one step closer to paying my rent.
James and Marquita are among a group known as Working Homeless. And according to nonprofit National Alliance to End Homelessness, approximately 40 to 60% of people experiencing homelessness are employed. The reasons vary, but often tied to low wages and higher costs. And numbers from the Central Mississippi 500 Continuum of Care's 2023 point-in-time count report shows that the city of Jackson has the highest number of people experiencing homelessness in the state. Wow. 67 of the 93 experiencing unsheltered homelessness were in Metro Jackson. As of 2023, Mississippi had an estimated 778 experiencing homelessness on any given day, which is 3 homeless per 10,000 people.
It's more than just drugs and different things. It's different things that people go through that put them in a situation. I could be one paycheck away myself.
The Jackson Resource Center says this is where they can help. It's one of the only long-term homeless shelters in the city.
When they hear homelessness, they just hear, oh, they just on drugs, or but it's people that fail because of income. They lost jobs. They family abandoned them, or, some people do have mental issues.
Though their circumstances are different, James and Marquita are both working, hoping to break stigmas. James with how people see the homeless population as a whole.
Drug addict, thief, worthless, don't want to work, want to live off somebody else's paycheck, gonna break in their car when they go in the store. None of it is easy. It's difficult, and every minute of being home.
Okay, with him sitting there saying all the stigma and
that's what they call them.
Right, the backlash that the homeless do get. Yeah. That is horrible. Yeah. That's horrible. That's not just like disrespect to the human race, but that is like disrespect to your own ruach. Okay? Because each one of us, we have a ruach, right? That's how we live, right? Mm-hmm. If you have the type of ruach that is wicked, slicker, in you, and you can't even find any type of compassion or understanding for people that are going through things such as homelessness, then what does that say about you as a person? It doesn't say much. Okay, every day that you can get up and look in the mirror and see how you are, you should also look in the mirror and see that little speck of you that says, oh, I wouldn't help you. Oh, I wouldn't give you no money. Oh, I wouldn't just help you get by. That's a problem within our own nation. But yeah, we're supposed to be the United States, right? We can't even.
We the United States. This is the United States.
Yes, the United States. Nobody.
It's like I say, since time now is coming. These times now, and it's so-called 2026. Because we know it ain't New Year yet, right? Mm-hmm. We're seeing everybody get it.
Everybody, every race.
Some people be like to single out, say, "Oh, it's so hard for the black." Every color.
No, Hispanics, Europeans,
ICE killed
our people.
They done killed. I want to say ICE done killed more whites than they killed blacks. We in times right now who is detrimental. If because a lot of people can't see what we really at. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They mind calling from their job, the worldly aspects, whatever they do, their children. So they really ain't paying attention. Some people don't even watch the news.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Just like what we see. Like I just seen them burning the statue of that other name. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm talking about they burning it, throwing all kind of stuff on it. Mm-hmm. It's going on in Iran. So now it's gonna be an Iran United States war. It's been going on, but as we see, you know what I'm saying? It's like all kind of stuff we turn the news on. Man, listen, ain't nobody safe.
Right.
We got this crazy dude Trump in office. Oh man. Every day is something new.
That's the Americans' problem, because they should never voted in the first place. Wow. If you know your Torah, but since y'all don't. And then that's another thing. If y'all really look at it, y'all in those religions, y'all like to say the laws are done away with. Do you not understand that the same laws that we bring from daggone Genesis throughout Deuteronomy, do you not know that those laws were actually there to govern the whole entire universe?
Yeah, one law.
Right. So it wouldn't have been this mass amount of killings, this mass amount of homeless people. 3 people every other day. And you only have a population of what, 10,000? And you're at 778 of homelessness?
3 to 10,000, something like that. Yeah. But that Jackson is not no big city. It's not a giant city.
I understand.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I said that's a high number of homeless.
Yeah.
Like very high.
So I'm like, that's why you can't sit here. That should be a red flag or a light a light to go off in your heads and tell you that, hey, the laws really ain't done away with, because if they were actually established and put in full effect, all this stuff y'all seeing right here whenever you click on the news would not be happening. Yes. It really wouldn't be. Let me run my let me get my preset, okay? Because I can go. Y'all know I can go. Y'all need to come to bed as I am. Okay, I got my little playlist updated, so I got, if y'all want long content, I'm your girl. Okay, all right. Leviticus chapter 25, verse 35 through 36. If your kinsmen become estranged, come under your authority, and you hold him as though a resident alien, let him live by your side. Do not exact from him advance or accrued interest, but fear Yahweh. Let him live by your side as your kinsman. Okay. Now, what I stated earlier, the sister, she did that though. Yeah. She really did execute that law. Told out to her. My second law, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it real quick because I know we got this content to continue. Is Deuteronomy 24, verse 19, and it states, "When you reap the harvest in your field and overlook a sheaf in the field, do not turn back to get it. It shall go to the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow, in order that Yah, your Elohim, may bless you in all your undertakings." Right. Okay, so you know how some people like to go to the store. Well, we don't do this because I'll be questioning. But anyways, some people like to go to the store, right? And they be like, "Oh, it's only 3 bottles left of this orange cherry pop. Let me get all 3 because I need all of them." Okay, and then you have somebody coming behind you, maybe a couple of minutes later, next day or whatever, they had that same taste bud for that cherry pop, right? And they might be only having that amount to be able to get that specific thing. So they go there, they don't see it on the shelf. What did you just do? You violated Deuteronomy 24:19 because you did not technically have to take all of those. Okay, you're supposed to leave something. If you overlook it, it was a reason why you overlooked it. Okay, and the reason was for the fact that Yah said, "Leave it for the stranger, the fatherless, the widows, and especially the orphans." Okay,
right.
All right, so that's all I wanted to say real quick.
Homeless takes time and effort. Where you're going to eat, your hygiene, the clothes.
And Marquita on the struggle of single motherhood.
A lot of people, they're embarrassed about getting help. I didn't choose this life for myself.
Even with the circumstances and struggles they face, they both say they want to give back to others in similar situations.
These guys are my brothers. This is my chosen family. Unless I could take them with me, I'm right here with them.
To me, that would be me reaching the peak of my success, being in a position to where I can help other people and it's not affecting how my children are going to eat.
2 stories, 2 paths, proving that facing homelessness doesn't always look the same. Allie Ware, 16, WAPT News.
Advocates for the homeless say more working families now more than ever are just one unexpected expense away from losing their home.
That's a strong statement that she had left off with in the video. Everybody homeless, their all situations do not look the same, okay?
No, because so I say this is like how I say it, like when COVID hit. When COVID hit and a lot of businesses closed in 2020, man, they had this field by the bus station, you know what I'm saying, in Jacksonville. And it was people in the middle of the field. It was people of all walks. You see what I'm saying? 'Cause I was going past and through there and I seen this. I seen tents all down the road. I seen people with foreign cars, everything, all kind of stuff. So the person who was with me like, man, we pass back, come back through, when we come back across the bridge, we're going to stop and walk through there and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Boom. It's like I said, this was before they did the whole full lockdown. So these people lost their jobs, their homes, and a lot of people didn't walk away from them businesses and everything because of the shutdown. I seen some serious stuff that, like I said, in 2020. But to make a long story short, they came up with these laws in Florida, you know what I'm saying, about if you sleep, you get caught anywhere in the public sleeping, it's a ticket, the next time you go to jail. So they locking up homeless and everything. So they made some sites, got some strict laws in Florida now. And plus they get caught holding the sign too. help me, I need your help, or give me some change, this, that, and that, God bless you, anything, you're gonna get a ticket and then go to jail. So they making like strict laws so a person, even if they're homeless or they really need it, like really need it because they're feeling hard times, they couldn't get nothing. You see what I'm saying? So they got all kind of panhandling laws now to stop all that stuff. So to sum all that up, we're gonna go to Leviticus chapter 19, this one, y'all, family. So we're gonna start off at verse 9, and I'm gonna pick it back off what you had said.
Okay.
You shall not pick your vineyard bare, or gather the fallen fruit of your vineyard. You shall leave them for the poor and the stranger. I, Yah, your Eloheka. See what I'm saying? So basically, so now we could, to put this scripture in modern times. Here we go. Boom. Just like a lot of people like saying they don't want to help nobody or give something to somebody.
Yeah.
Just say we're gonna say, like, as an instance, as an example, usually you in the store and you got a family now. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to get certain food, and you see that as you were shopping, what's going on? What they talking about?
Right.
And you see they really can't afford this stuff, and they really need this stuff.
Right.
And these children are hungry.
Right.
Okay.
And that's what I be.
If you got this money on you, like I said, you got this money on you, just go ahead and they trying to get it. And they say they can't get it. You see,
Get it for
talk
them.
to them. Boom. Break the people off and help them. See what I'm saying? Because this is not only for us.
Right. This to help the whole
it's
world.
a stranger too. It's like the whole world. Right. So we're gonna have to give something of ours. You see what I'm saying to them? So let's move on to verse 10. You shall not pick your vineyard bare. Silicon, y'all. Oh no, same thing.
Okay.
You shall not pick your vineyard bare, or gather the fallen fruit of your vineyards. You shall leave for the poor and the stranger. Right? And that was verse 10. So I'm sorry, family. No saying God brought out of context. Like I said, it was hard to see this small writing. So let's get to verse 9 first. When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not reap all the way of the edges of your field, or gather the gleanings of your harvest. Like what you had said. That's how I was trying to piggyback. But Silicon family, if you're making a mistake, I was trying to piggyback. Like I say, even like I said, you got to check and say right now, boom. You got to check. You don't hit. You plan to scratch off hit. Some people get that money like, okay, I need all this. Man, if you hit a big thing, a lottery, you might go find some kind of homeless shelter, something to get the money to. But this was crazy, right? Our families, nobody don't help each other, and it's serious.
They don't. But what you just stated, as far as if you hit the lottery and finding a shelter to help,
you might well build one.
That right, because I was going to disagree with you, because I was going to say it's best for you just to build one. Because remember we saw that news article when the people took that money from the school board or something like that.
$2 million.
Right. So like you don't want to go ahead and put, okay, my personal thoughts, right? You don't want to take a massive amount of money and put that in the pockets of an already ran organization. That's just my thoughts. It's best to start from the ground up, right? And then
something grassroots,
right. And if you can be the one to oversee it, or if you could put people whom you know that are qualified to run that establishment, then do it like that. Because when we say that people are tainted, people are indoctrinated, that's not just by what they read. This don't have nothing to go with the Tanakh at all. Like they're completely out of the Tanakh, right? They're believing in their own thing, doing their own thing, indoctrinated with their own practices.
Right.
Okay. So you really wouldn't want to put somebody like that over something that you're trying to do for y'all's people. Right. Like you really don't want to do that.
Right.
Because they're not gonna uphold the Torah. Okay.
They definitely ain't.
Right. They say, oh, donation, $50 million. Woo! Ooh.
No, I ain't say like that. You just throw 50 million.
No, baby.
50 bag to them.
I know that, but I'm just saying when you giving the organization money, right? Do you really think they gonna do what they supposed to be doing with that for the people there?
But some organizations do though.
It's
some, but you got to use discernment anyways when it comes to that. Everything in this world, anything in life,
requires discernment.
Requires discernment.
Right.
Straight up. So.
Right. Oh, and let me tell you about my other little discernment situation. Okay, my other little discernment situation, real quick, with the homeless stuff like that. Okay, now I was out and about. Right, this man he came up to my car He was like, "You got some change on your sister? You got some change?" I said, "No, I don't have no change. I only keep my card and stuff." He was like, "If I was you, I'd keep at least $1. At least $1. You don't know if somebody gonna ask you for it."
Yeah, he didn't deserve it.
I said, "Oh," I said, he had a valid point though.
No,
I should at least keep $1, baby.
He didn't deserve it. To come back and say it like that.
I know his spirit was defiled. His spirit didn't want my dollar to help his situation.
Right.
He was trying to help.
He wanted more. Yeah.
With my money.
Right. Exactly.
All right, family. So that is all we got on the homeless and the working and homeless, the unspoken crisis for episode 15, season 2.
Right.
All right.
But y'all see that QR code, or they hit that QR code. That QR code go to Y4T Royal Apparel. So it's gonna be some new designs. We got some new things gonna come. We're gonna have new merch drop. So y'all hit that like button, that share button, drop in the comments. Anyhow, Adoniyah 720.
And that is Zion.
Hey, we out of here. Shalom, Barakah.
Shalom, Barakah.